Route 66, Route 66. We'll drive around the classic cars, pick up chicks and biker bars. It doesn't matter where we are, as long as we're on Route 66, Route 66.
Hi there, Insane Sam here again, and I'm about to guide you on the second day of your Route 66 party tour. You're going to go all the way from Springfield, Illinois to Cuba, Missouri. Before we get going, let's get you this segment's directions. Even though there are a bunch of Route 66 signs along the way, they're often inaccurate or confusing, and without a good set of directions, you're going to get lost. So, go to Route66MC.com, go to the right-hand column on the home screen and find Get Directions. Put Springfield, Illinois in the Leaving From box and Cuba in the Heading To box. Click on Get Directions, and turn-by-turn directions between those two towns is going to pop up. Alright, when leaving Springfield, you've got two options. This video covers my main route, which is the old 1926 alignment from Springfield to Hamel. This route's going to take you longer than the alternate route, but it's more rural and it avoids I-55. My alternate route's on a separate video. It follows I-55 and is quicker, and it still has a lot to offer. So let's get going. On your way to Springfield, as you pass by the Capitol building, be sure to say a prayer for former Governor Rod Blago Blagojevich, who got put in the slammer for selling Barack Obama's Senate seat and then got pardoned later by Donald Trump for doing it. Also be sure to check out the Lauderbach Giant at 1569 Wabash. Chatham's the first town west of Springfield. It hosts the annual Illinois Champion Cow Chip Throw. You really can't make this stuff up. On your way to Auburn, keep an eye out for the intersection of Snell and Curran Road. If you take a right there, you're going to go down a couple of miles of well-preserved Route 66 that's made from the original brick. When you get back on Highway 4, look left for an old section of Route 66 with a small bridge that's now closed off. Cars can't make it down there, but it's passable on a motorcycle. When you get to Auburn, you can try Rocky's Bar. The next town is Thayer, and you can zip right through to Virden. In 1898 in Virden, there was a strike of the Chicago Virden Coal Company. Management refused to allow the workers to unionize, and they brought in black workers to operate the mines. That resulted in a gun battle, and there's a monument on the town square listing to the names of the people who died. In Girard, be sure to check out Doc's Soda Shop. It's housed on the square in the old Deck's drugstore, which was established in 1894. The Deck family operated it as a drugstore for 3 generations until 2001 when it closed. In 2007, the old soda fountain was reopened for soda and lunch. The Grand Army of the Potomac Soldiers Monument honors Civil War veterans of the Yankee variety. When you leave Girard, stay on Highway 4 all the way to the Iron Sleds Motorcycle Club Clubhouse in Nilwood. Guests are welcome if the clubhouse doors are open, and these are nice folks. Don't be afraid to stop in and say hello.
The doors are open, come in, have a good time. We're willing to share. But it's usually a good time, a lot of people, food, drinking, titty show, drag racing, all the fun stuff that bikers do.
Carlinville has an impressive town square with the 1870 Macoupin County $1 Million Courthouse. The Marvel Theater on the square first opened in 1920, but it burned down in 1926, long before strategic fires were in popularity. It was rebuilt in 28 and it was expanded in 1977. The current marquee is from the 1960s. The St. George Room is the preferred downtown bar in Carlinville. Oddly, they don't have mixers like club soda or tonic water. So if you want a gin and tonic on a hot day, like I usually do, you're going to have to go somewhere else. The St. George Room is on the ground floor of the Loomis House Hotel, which once was a whorehouse. They sure seem to have a lot of those in southern Illinois, don't they? The Full Throttle Saloon is my favorite Carlinville spot. It's about 4 miles out of town on Shipman Road. This is an old school biker joint with really great food. A few years ago, I was filming for a pilot TV show about riding motorcycles on Route 66. Here's a video of the party the Full Throttle threw for us. Warning, this is a booty and breastises alert. I repeat, this is a booty and breastises alert. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Gillespie's the next town after Carlinville. This was the hometown of actor Howard Keel. He starred in a bunch of MGM musicals like Showboat, Annie Get Your Gun, Kiss Me Kate, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and a bunch more. You can check out Chief's Bar and Grill. Bennold used to rock out. Al Capone operated distilleries there, and there was gambling and prostitution. The Coliseum, built in 1924, had a 10,000 square foot dance floor. It featured all of Bellin's illicit activities, plus it had first-rate music. Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Guy Lombardo, Tommy Dorsey, they all played there. In later years, the Everly Brothers, Fats Domino, Ray Charles, Tina Turner, they played there too. The Coliseum had a strategic fire and burned down in 2011. Staunton is next. The pre-1930 and post-1930 alignments of Route 66 go through there, but they don't intersect there. The pre-1930 alignment you're following now takes you through downtown, and it's a pretty nice town. When you get to Hamel, check out Wheezy's Roadhouse. Wheezy's originally was called Tourist Haven. After that, it was known as Ernie's, then Scotty's, before becoming Wheezy's. It opened in the 1930s and was an Al Capone hangout. It's been redone. It's now more of a family-oriented diner with a Route 66 theme. It's got a small bar. Edwardsville was incorporated in 1818 and is the third oldest town in Illinois. St. Louis Street is on the National Register of Historic Places. The bar to hit is the Stagger Inn. Good food, good music at night. The movies The Lucky Ones and Stingray were filmed in downtown Edwardsville, and Jackson Browne recorded a couple of songs on his Running on Empty album there. There are a few vintage motels near Mitchell that look okay on the outside, but they are really rough on the inside. The only reason to stay in one of them is to assure a short drive to safety after you spend an evening at the Luna Cafe. The Luna Cafe, with its restored neon signs, has been a stopping point in Mitchell since 1924, and in its heyday had booze and gambling. When the bright red cherry in the sign was lit, customers would know that hookers were available. It's still a good stop today, but it must have been fantastic when roadhouses offered one-stop shopping. Mitchell's the last town before passing the Chain of Rocks Bridge on the way to St. Louis. This mile-long bridge opened in 1929 to cross the Mississippi River between Illinois and Missouri, and was part of Route 66 until it closed 51 years later in 1970. The plan was to start construction on each bank of the river and have it meet in the middle. Unfortunately, one side or the other screwed up, so there's a 22-degree curve in the middle of the bridge that was needed to make the two sides meet. This bridge is now closed to traffic, but walkways and bicycle lanes have been added. A little bit of a warning, it's in a dangerous neighborhood from either side, so be careful if you're over there. A portion of the movie Escape from New York was filmed on that bridge. Okay, this is the end of my primary route from Springfield to Hamel and then on to Mitchell. But this route misses Litchfield and the Ariston Cafe, which is one of the most famous restaurants on Route 66. It also misses Mount Olive, which has the Soulsby Station, which was one of the longest operating gas stations on Route 66, and it misses Henry's Rabbit Ranch, which is a Route 66 staple. The next video will show you the way to all those places. But before you go to the next video, hit the subscriber button. That way you'll get updates on when I post new videos and other information that you might otherwise miss. Also, leave your comments. I'll do my best to respond to them. With that, Sambo out. I'll see you on the next video.